All right, so good evening, everybody. So this is Vignesh Ganeshan here, and today Vijay Anand will also be joining me as my co-speaker. So today our session is on an introduction to Microsoft Kaizala and how you could use this product called as Kaizala to empower your mobile workforce. Now the key point here is this is a simple, at the same point of time, a very a secure way of collaborating, right? So we'll be talking in detail about this during the course of this session, and I'd like to thank you so much, folks, for joining us on a Sunday evening. Right, so let's get started. So about myself, so I work at Microsoft as a technology solutions professional, right? So and I blog at various forums. So Vignesh SharePoint Thoughts is my own blog site. Then I blog for other known top community blogs as well. I've spoken in a plethora of webinars, spoken in a lot of user groups as well as SharePoint Saturday events, and I do lead the C Sharp Corner Bangalore chapter, and I've done a lot of Microsoft certifications as you could see there. And just in case if you're interested in my social handles, it's given down there. So today my co-speaker is an interesting person called Vijai Anand. So Vijay, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Hello.
Yeah, sure. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining this session. So, myself, Vijay, I have overall 9.5 years of experience working as technical architect with Cognizant, and I'm a Microsoft MVP as well as a C Sharp Corner MVP. And apart from my project work and regular work, I do a lot of blogging and also have written few books and participate in a few SharePoint Saturday events. Yeah, so that's about me. And also I have given my profile, C Sharp Corner profile to you can just go and check there. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much. So folks, before we talk in detail about Kaizala, so I would just to like to know our audience is better here. So how many of you have heard about Kaizala, or how many of you have already been using Kaizala? Maybe you can just put that on the chat so that it'll help me, it'll help me understand my audience is better. If you have used it, just put it as yes, or if that is something new to you, you can just say that you haven't used it at all. Okay. So anybody else? I've just seen one response. So it looks like it's just okay. All right. Good enough. Thanks for the responses, folks. All right. So this is going to be our agenda for our session today. So we'll be beginning by talking or trying to understand about what our current workforce looks like. Okay, we are here to first discuss and talk about the current workforce landscape, like how the modern workplace is evolving, and how the mobile is playing a key area in today's modern workplace, right? And then we'll be talking about what are the challenges with consumer based apps, because as today most of you would should agree with this strategy, as in most of our work related tasks have been discussed over some consumer based apps, right? So the most familiar one is we use WhatsApp. We talk a lot about our work related stuff. We discuss some confidential numbers, and we discuss about some confidential customers, right? There is a lot that happens in a consumer based app, right? So we'll be trying to understand like what are those challenges that you have when you're using a consumer based app to discuss your official matters. And we'll be introducing Microsoft Kaizala, and we'll be talking in detail about what is Kaizala and what is this product meant for, and how is this different from other chat-based apps that we have around the world, and what is so unique, what is that which is so unique about this. And then Vijay will be doing a demo on the complete Kaizala mobile app and also on the management app portal. So he has some cool demos to show you. And let's say if you're a person who hasn't used Kaizala so far, I believe after his demo, you'll start showing interest in this product and you'll start using it, right? And then finally, we'll conclude about licensing and things to be aware of in Kaizala. So this is going to be our agenda. The complete session will be focused towards these five pillars as we have here. So let's move forward. So inquiry. So the reason for having a product called as Kaizala started with this inquiry. What is productivity in the mobile world, right? So today, if you come, if I'm showing you something cool in the internet, right? So the first question you're gonna come and ask me is, you know what, Vignesh, that thing is really cool. So do you have a mobile equivalent of that? Is there an app which I can use? So that is how we have boy come down to, right? So anything and everything is successful only when you have a mobile app for it. And for that matter, take any huge business, try any huge brands, those guys are successful because they are there in the mobile world, they have an app for that. And that could be with any big internet business, or it could be any big vendors or any big brands, you name it, they have a mobile app for their product, right? So mobile is around. A lot of us like to get our things, get our things done on the go, right? So that is the reason for having a product called as Kaizala. Now, this is what the current landscape of workforce looks like, right? Towards your left-hand side, you see the management and office staff, who are mostly people like us, who are technical people or who are people into different profiles, right? We do have a desktop or a workstation which is given to us. It has internet, it has all the cool applications that is required to get your work done, right? So towards your left-hand side, as I'm saying, so your desktop primary users, like people who are sitting in a computer, who have a workstation to get their day-to-day work done. But when you move towards your right hand side, you have a lot of field sales, right? So normally we call these people as first line workers. So if just to give you an understanding of what a first line worker means, these are the people who really represent your brand. Let's say you're a product making company, right? Let's say you're a product manufacturing company. You would have a lot of sales people. These guys are the ones who goes to the customer. They talk about their product. They talk about what your product can offer. And these are the people who really are on the field to get the work done for you. Because we folks, yes, we are sitting in our offices. We are developing application. We are writing codes. We are interacting with other companies to get the stuff done. But these are the folks who are really on the field, who talk to the customers and who build the rapport and get our products delivered, right? But most of the time it so happens that they do not, due to their work nature, it's not quite possible for them to sit in front of a computer, right? They have to get things done on the go, which means they are heavily dependent on their mobiles. All they want is a mobile, an app on that which can make them productive on the go. And due to what happens these days is, of course, mobile is good, but there are not a lot of apps which can fulfill the need of an employer who wants to get all his stuff done, right? Most of the time it happens that you come back to home, then you connect on your VPN and do all those tasks. So we'll see how Kaizala can help to address this difference or that concern. Now, customer feedback, and these are the challenges as Microsoft spoke to different customers, to different people around the world. So these are the feedbacks which we have got from the customers. One is task workers, right? These task workers are not connected to the modern workplace because of lack of digital channel. That is something which I was just talking about, right? Even they are also the part of your employer workforce, but due to their work nature, most of the times they're just fallen apart. Enabling communication such as announcements with large groups is a challenge. That is something which most of us have to agree, right? Because today the most preferred mode of communication in any organization is email. Anything which the HR, or let's say the finance, or anything which they want to send it across, they're going to send you an email, right? So given the given this current scenario, we are talking about March, I believe most of you folks might have got emails saying that, hey, you need to submit your investment declaration proof. I'm just giving an example, and that could be a lot of that. That could be an email saying we are going to have a town hall meeting, right? And a lot of these communications happen towards email. And as I said, some people, they just miss this because they are not able to get their desktop done, or because of their work nature, things of all that sort, right? Now, consumer messaging apps are low on confidentiality and control. Yes, because those chat apps, they're for consumer purpose. They are there for you to have fun, talk to your friends, talk stuff, talk to your family, and things of all that sort, right? They were not really meant for a business, right? It's just that we turned it for that purpose because that comes in handy and it just solves our purpose. But at the very same time, guys, we are exchanging data and we need to be concerned about that, right? So, and that is one such challenge which a lot of organizations have told to us. And inefficiencies in task management and data collection with phone calls and paper, and that is something which happens a lot, right? Most of our discussions today happens, we just call the concerned person and we ask, so what happened in that meeting, what were the points that you discussed, and things of all that sort. And sometimes you just forget what you had in that conversation, right? What you discussed about it. And sometimes those conversations are just left within those 5-10 minutes, and you just do not take the core message from there, and you're just tend to forget it. So those kind of things also happen. And then aggregating and analyzing data is cumbersome, and that is sometimes so true, right? And then this is something which I just expressed before, but then today this is the span of the modern workplace. So 67% already use their personal devices in the workplace. Yes, as I said, I mean, you're free to use your mobile. There is no harm in that. But at the very same time, you need to be aware of what is that you're discussing with the consumer-based apps, right? And 80% workers of employees use non-approved apps for work. And we, in the terms or in the world of IT, we call this as shadow IT, wherein we use a lot of unapproved apps, right? Say for instance, when your employer has given you a product called as OneDrive for Business, which is the approved app for your personal storage, and we go ahead and use your Google Drive, or for that matter we use something else, right, which is not approved by your IT at all, right? And 73% of workers use consumer messaging apps for business purposes. This was something which I was just talking a few minutes before, like discussing confidential matter, discussing some important numbers in consumer based apps. And this is what happens, and I just explained this in the previous slide. So information workers are people like us, and then first line workers are the people who are on the field, who really represent your brand. And then we have, I mean, as a business you would be talking to multiple vendors, suppliers, wholesalers, citizen, and the list goes on. Now, these are certain business needs which organizations have also spoken about, saying these are the needs which they really wanted to have in a mobile app, right? So, engage your employees, connect with your customers. The third is optimize your operations. The fourth is streamline your sales. And last but not least, integrate with IT infrastructure, which talks a lot about security, right? And if you just take a minute, pause for a minute, and pay close attention to this slide, this is so true because this is a business need for every emerging organization out there, right? So any company would need a mobile app for these purposes only. I mean, the list could go beyond this, but these are the six main reasons, I'm sorry, five main reasons which any organization would need a business app for. Now introducing you folks Microsoft Kaizala. So has anybody tried to understand the meaning of Kaizala? Like what does Kaizala exactly means? Can I get that answer in the chat? Like what is the meaning of Kaizala? If you folks can put that in the chat, if somebody is aware of it. Okay, not close by. So, okay, so which language is that? It's an Indian language, but yeah, WhatsApp. So that is basically a Marathi language, so which means WhatsApp, right? And and the best part is this was an application which was developed in India. So it was developed from Microsoft R&D in India, right? And it was developed here. So these are sort of the three main pillars of Microsoft Kaizala. The first being secure messaging and work management. The second being connect with anyone through an open directory model, right? And then finally, digitize business process with action cards. Now, the coolest part about Microsoft Kaizala is, I believe, in when Vijay is showing his demo, that would make a lot more sense to you, right? So, unlike other chat-based apps, this is just not meant for chatting or calling or adding attachments or doing video calling, right? So this goes much beyond that. So we have thought from all the perspectives, like what are the things that would be required in a chat, right? Because in a chat you're just not going to talk, video call, and do all that stuff. There's a lot, maybe based on the conversation that you're having or based on that scenario which you're talking about, that would be something else, some kind of action cards which you might be interested upon. And we have those kind of functionalities integrated in Kaizala, and maybe in the demo you guys can get a feel for it. So Kaizala's design principles, these are the three design principles. So yes, primarily communication, because it's all about collab, right? Second is work management, because in addition to collab, you also want to get your work managed, your tasks managed. You need to make sure that you're staying productive, right? And last but not least, security and manageability, right? Which is really key. That could be hundreds of apps out there, or there could be a cool solution which somebody designed, but if you get to know that the content which you're putting there is not secure, guys, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to like that. The entire business is going to turn upside down because somebody saw, so no, maybe your competitor saw what exactly you're talking about, because he's aware about the numbers that you're talking about, and you do not want that happen, right? Communication is good, it is really good when it comes handy, but security is a prime concern, specifically in the world of cloud, right? So now Kaizala is meant for this, and these are the three design principles. Kaizala's unique approach. The first, or my favorite one, is called as the large groups. So unlike other chat apps, we do not have a restricted number of users or members, is what I'm talking about. You could have about millions of peoples or millions of members in a group. And then we have action cards, which sort of extends the functionality of Kaizala, right? As I said, it is just not meant for chatting or video calling. You have some inbuilt action cards also, which you'll see which you'll see slowly in the demo. And then we have reporting and analytics as well, so that if you're interested to pull out certain reports, or if you're interested to have analytics integrated with it, we can do those cool things also in Kaizala. And in the demo, we'll be talking in detail about that. And it has an extensive mobile platform, right? So that is very important, and that is something which is so sweet about any Microsoft product, because as a company or as a business, we do understand that you're not just heavily dependent on our Microsoft products, right? At times, as a company, you might be leveraging on other partner solutions also, or maybe you're using some other company's product also. And it will be really good if our product can talk to other products also and pull information from there. Now let's say in an organization there will be different line of business applications, right? And how cool it would be if that line of business application can talk to this chat app, so they can get things done on the go, right? So Kaizala is meant for that as well. And management capabilities, yes. So any tool or any great product out there is really good when it has an administrative tool on the web interface, because few years before you had to log into the server, do all some crazy steps to get things done. But today in the world of cloud, things are different. You just bring up a web portal which has all the management capabilities, and you as an administrator can sit and control things. And your Kaizala has that kind of functionality as well. And last is data ownership and security. So for any cloud product, at least from Microsoft, we take care of your data, but you are the owner of your data. We do not use your data for any other purposes, right? So the customer is the owner for his data. And in that aspect, yes, the data ownership and security relies within you. Of course, in our data centers, we make sure that your data is completely secure. And that is, I mean, when we are talking in detail about the security piece, I can give more insights about that. But as I said, your data is secure when you're putting it on Kaizala, because this is integrated with Office 365, and all the Office 365 security principles that we have built in is applicable for Kaizala also. New network models with Kaizala, simple chat, which we call as one-to-one chat when you're talking to your friend and things of that sort. And then you have flat groups, right? You can create groups, flat groups, maybe for your entire team or for your entire business unit, right? Or for, you want to talk about your shifts, those updates, what is happening, give some, follow-ups, things of all that sort. You can have flat groups. Then you have hierarchical groups also, as I said, for the complete, let's say for the complete business unit, right, from the director till to the person who has just recently joined, right? If you want to have a group which has different hierarchies into it, you can use it for that purpose as well. And then hub and spoke, and that is that, right? So the key point here is, folks, in order to use Kaizala, you don't need to be a hardcore techie guy, right? This product is meant for everybody out there, right? Maybe you're a person who's into finance or HR, or you're working in different other streams also. Maybe you could be a student, right? You could be even a college guy, right? You can still use Kaizala and get benefited out of it. So don't carry out that sense that this product is only meant for people who are, working on the IT. It is just meant for them. That's not the case. And in the demo, you'll see that for yourself. Now, action cards, as I said, this is something which is used to extend the functionality of Kaizala, right? So we have built-in action cards such as jobs, survey, polls, and checklists, right? Say for you want to post a survey saying, has anybody completed this training for the entire group? You can do something like that so that everybody can go ahead and complete that survey, and you can pull out that list. And that is one of a need which everybody has, right? Instead of sending an email to complete a survey, that person goes out there, he opens his laptop, completes the survey, doing all that work, right? How cool it would be to get things for a person to fill a survey on the go, right? Those are just some bad minimum examples which I'm giving, but we have so many action cards inside, which Vijay would be showing. And yes, ability to build custom actions from templates as well. It's just not the action card which is inbuilt within the product, that you can, it also has the capability that wherein you folks can go ahead and build your own action cards for your business need and bring that inside Kaizala too. So it's enough of me talking about this product. It's time to see a cool demo. So we are gonna show you a demo on the, and as I said, Kaizala has two different versions, right? I'll be talking about the licensing later, but just to help you folks understand, right? We have two different versions. One is the free version, and the free version you get to do all these things, chatting and other action cards and things of all that sort. And in the Kaizala Pro version, you get to see all these things. The management portal, how do you create groups, things of all this sort, right? So over to you, Vijay, for the demo. I'm gonna make you as the presenter. Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, Vijay.
Okay, okay. 1 minute. I'll just share my screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me know once you're able to see my screen.
sure. Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you, Vignesh, for the. Yeah. Sorry.
just a quick. So, folks, can you see Vijay's screen? Is there any trouble in that? Is everybody able to see Vijay's screen and hear him as well? Just a quick confirmation on the chat would really help.
Yes, yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Vignesh, for providing the information about what is Microsoft Kaizala and some more information about that. Okay, so like as Vignesh mentioned, right? So there are two things. One is a mobile app. So you can just go to a Play Store or you can just install that. Okay, it is Microsoft Kaizala. And for login purpose, right, you just need to have a mobile number alone. So you no need to have any other things here. You just need to have a valid mobile number, and using which you will get a code and you can register yourself. Okay, so that is the only thing which is required to use Kaizala. Okay, so I have already installed it in my mobile and I have registered using my mobile number. Okay, and I'll just open that. I'm just sharing my screen, sharing my mobile screen over here. Okay, so I
Perfect.
hope you're able to see my
Yes.
mobile here.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one. And this is the mobile app of Kaizala. Okay, so there are a few things. Okay, there are multiple tabs over here. You can see here me, chats, calls, people, and discover. So what we will do is like we will go one by one. Okay, and I'll show you all the functionalities of that, and then we will get into Kaizala Pro, where we get into the management portal and see what are the things that can be done by the administrator. Okay, so like I've just noted down few things. These are the things that we will be seeing here. Okay, so first about the mobile app, then the Kaizala web preview, and then Kaizala management portal. Okay, so just if I go to the Meet app, these are the things that you will be seeing it over here. As I mentioned, I have logged in using my mobile number. And when I click here, you will see all my profile information, my name, and what is my role or which location I'm from, and the registered mobile number and the email address. Okay, so here I can go ahead and update my profile picture, and I have an option to edit my details over here, full name, title, location, email address. I can update it, and I can save that one, and also I can put some status over here. Okay, so like I can just edit this one and I can update the status. So this is about my profile where you can go ahead and update your information over here. Okay, and then you can see few actions over here like pending actions, start messages, linked accounts, and Kaizala win. Okay, so before getting into it, what I'll do is I'll just go to the settings and I'll show you what are the options available over here. Okay, under general, you can see account settings, where you can see your privacy and you can delete your account in case if you want to delete your account, all your information will be getting deleted, and also you can download your data. Okay, so so if I just click here, it takes some time to processing, and it exports you the CSV files where it will have the complete data about your information. Okay. And the remaining settings are like show last seen status. Like you can change this one. What are the app language? and media auto downloads. If you want to download the documents and all those things, you can just provide the options like when it is having the Wi-Fi connected to Wi-Fi, or just when you're using the mobile data, all those things. So these are some basic things that I think you would have used it on the other apps also. Okay, so you can see other things like calling, invite your friends, report an issue. So these are the basic settings that are available for this particular Kaizala. Then coming to these actions, so one is pending actions. So if I go there, you can see, so as Vignesh was mentioning there, right, there are action cards that you can create it. So for example, I've just created few action cards for which my action is pending. So you can see job. So I have assigned a task has been assigned to me and which is pending from my side. I have not updated this one. So that's why it is showing me incomplete. Okay. I'll just show you when it comes to the action cards. I'll create one or two action cards and show you how it exactly works and how easy it is. Okay, so whatever the things that are pending with you will be shown over here. Job, one job is pending. Quick poll. I have a two pending polls that I need to do it, and then let's meet. Okay, so this is like a kind of a meeting invite that you are sending it. Okay, so these are the things for which I action is required from my side. Okay. So that's what it comes under pending actions. Starred messages, obviously, if you're marking any message as star, then it will be appearing over here. And linked accounts. Okay, so for example, linked accounts, you can see like all my Office 365 accounts. One is my company's profile, okay, which is a Office 365 account, and also I have my own tenant. Okay, so those things you can show, you can see it over here if you have linked it. Okay, so these are the things that will be shown under linked accounts and Kaizala Web. Okay, so Kaizala Web again, like you can open the same thing in the web browser also, but a lot of features will not be available as part of it. Okay, I can show you that one quickly. So for this again, like same, like your mobile should be connected, and yeah, you can see there are a lot of options will not be available, like calls and other things will not be available, but still you will be able to get the notifications, and also you can see the messages. Again, to get it connected, I think already I've got connected to this one. What will happen is when you're trying to connect for the first time, code will be sent to your this thing. Okay, so I'll just quickly show that one also. So when I click on Kaizala Web, you can see here you're logged into one browser session, and this is the one. If I log out, then it will provide me a code to log in. Yeah, 1 minute. You can see I'll get a pairing code. So 6851. Okay, so once I enter it, I will be able to log. Okay, so this is the Kaizala web, and but it is in preview mode. Okay, still it is not at live, and you need just a pairing code to just connect to it. Okay, so as I told, only the mobile number is really important for to use this app actually. Okay, so these are the things that are available as part of this Meet app. So about your profile, account settings, and the few actions like pending actions, Kaizala Web, and all those things are available as part of Meet app. Okay, then going to the chats. Okay, so you can see here like also like as Vignesh showed you in one of the slide, like you can do one-to-one chat. You can do there are you can also create groups, and again under groups there are multiple things available. Okay, so like a flat group, hierarchy group, or public groups, and all those things. Okay, so here if I want to connect to, if I need to chat with anyone, okay, so you can see a plus button over here, and so so you can do a new chat, new group, and join group. Okay, so if I click on new chat, so I can connect with the peoples. So here, if you see Kaizala contacts, so first it will show all the people who are having the Kaizala installed on your mobiles. So it just gives the Kaizala contacts, and then if you see other contacts will be shown in my thing. Okay, so one, so you can see the other contacts. Okay, so it first shows the Kaizala contacts, and then I can, if I want to chat with someone. Okay, I'll just click on image. Yeah. So this is pretty much a straightforward thing. You can just do a one-to-one chat over here. And also, if you get into this particular profile, okay, you can see his mobile number and what are the link the accounts to it. Okay, and also you can see calls also. You have a audio call as well as the video calls. Okay, and in case if you want to mute or block this person, you can also you have also have these options available here. Okay, so this is like, yeah, in other cases also you would have seen this. Okay, so yeah, all these options are default options which are available here. Okay, and then you can also create a group. Okay, so I will just enter a demo group here. So again, you can select a picture for this group, and then you can just click on next to add the users who you need to add for this particular group. Okay, I'm adding Vignesh. Okay, so this is the preview. If I need to do any changes, I can do it. Otherwise, I can click on the. So if you see here, so group has been created, and yeah, so Vignesh is, I think, is pinging there. Okay. Yeah. So if you see that there are some group settings available. Okay. So when you click on this icon, you can see disable chat history. By default, this chat history is enabled. So what do you mean by enabling or disabling the chat history is like, for example, now I have added only two people, like Jenkins and Vignesh, and we started the conversation. Okay. Almost we are using this group for 1 week or so, doing a lot of conversations. And the new person gets in after a week. Okay, in case if he wants to see the complete chat history, okay, he will be able to see when we enable this chat history. By default it is enabled. Okay, so a new person who gets in, he will be able to see the complete chat that myself, Vignesh and Jenkins did it. Okay, so the previous chat they will be able to see it. In case if the group admin doesn't want that to happen, so he can disable the chat history. Okay, and obviously you have a mute and leave, and you have a add to organization. We will discuss about this when we go to the management portal. What is this exactly, and how you can add this particular private group to organization. Okay, so this is a group which is an example for flat group. You can add n number of people that you want. Okay, and you can do a chat over here. Okay, this is a flat group. Okay, and it can be like a larger many people can be added. It's like there is no restriction over here. Okay, so these are the activities, so settings available over here. And in case if you want to add participants, you can add participants. And also in case if you want to invite people, you can invite people over here. Okay, so you can invite through the link, or you can invite through a QR code, or you have a code also over here. So anything, these are the options that are available to invite people. Okay, and also like if I want to share this, I can use any like a WhatsApp. So I can see WhatsApp, Outlook, Gmail, message, Instagram, Facebook, anything. Like it can be shared via any of these things. Okay, so there are three options: link, QR code, and code, and you can share it through any of the using any of the apps. Okay, and also I can add people nearby also. Okay, in case like just it should be having the location enabled. If I want to add someone, like for example, I'm in the same office, I just want to see who are the people, some event is going on. I just want to invite people to what. Okay, in that case, what I can do, just I can search the people nearby and I can start adding them to that. Okay, so in my company some event is going on, I just want to invite the people who are nearby within the office itself. So in that case I just enable the location settings and then invite the people over here to my this particular group. Okay, so and other things are like, yeah, you can make them as an admin and do whatever stuffs that you want to do it. So this is the group actually. Okay. And also, in case if you want to join any groups, again, like there are three options, right? Like you need to have a QR code, or you need to search the groups that are nearby by enabling your location, or you need to have the code. So in that case, you will be able to join any of the groups. Okay, so the code will be provided by the administrator. So something has to be shared by the people. So in that case, you will be able to join the groups. Okay, so these things that we saw, okay, chat tab that we have seen it. Okay, going to the next one, calls. Okay, so you have your calls. Again, this is in preview mode. Okay, so you can see the all the call history over here, to whom I called, when I called it, and you have audio as well as the video things. Okay, in case if you want to make a new call, obviously you can search from your contacts and then you can make a call. As it is mentioned, still it is not yet live, still it is in preview mode. Okay, coming to the next one, people. Again, like we have seen this already. So Kaizala contacts will be displayed first, and then the next one will be the other contacts. And in case if you want to invite people, you can invite people easily from here. Okay. Coming to next one, right? Action cards, like so that will be really useful for you, which would be not available in other things. Okay, so it makes day-to-day activities easy. Like you no need to get into like a Vignesh showed in few slides. You no need to use your laptop or anything like that. You just can use the mobile app itself, and you can do lot of things with that by creating action cards. Okay, so for example,
Folks, so that has been a power problem in Vijay's home, so he's just gonna come online in another 1 or 2 minutes. Sorry about that. He'll be online in another 1 or 2 minutes. Please bear with me. So, folks, how do you like the application so far? Any comments? Maybe till he comes online, we could be, discussing about it rather than just staying muted. If anybody can speak up, well and good. I see a question which says, "Did Kaizala show up in your?" Yes, it does. It does. So I'll be showing a slide later on all the SKUs which are available or which you have. F1, yes, we do have an F1, and the best part is you also have it in. It comes along with your Office 365 Pro Plus also. Yes. Yes, we do have it. Well, I'm not really authorized to talk about the product being an MSFT. So if you're interested, we can talk about that in person later. But I'm not really authorized to talk about why we haven't brought all the things into Teams. Yeah, sure. We'll be showing a demo about the hierarchical groups also. So that's part of our demo. So any more questions, folks, which you're interested, or anything which you want us to show in our demo today? Because basically for the demo that we have planned is to show you all the out of the box functionalities of Kaizala, like what comes with the product. So that's what we are focusing on today. So if there is anything apart from that, or if you have any use case in your firm or in your team which you think Kaizala can address, you can put that in the chat, and I can think about that and get back to you. Any APIs, SDKs where the images get stored. Folks, as of today, the data center information or where exactly we store all this information, that product or that information is currently not available for the public. So very soon we will be, disclosing that as well. But for the moment, that information has not been stored. I mean, that information is not publicly available. SDKs available? Yes, we do have a lot of APIs. I believe Vijay is back online. Vijay, you there? So about custom cards, yes, we do have. We have APIs. A lot of those APIs we have connectors also available, and we have a complete session, different session planned in a week or two from now, where we'll be talking in detail about the connectors and all the extensible things that we have to extend the functionality of Kaizala. Conference calls in Kaizala, not at the moment, no, because for that, a difference Microsoft trying to make Kaizala the WhatsApp with some more functionality could be, but then as I said, WhatsApp, it has an equivalent product called as WhatsApp for Business. If you folks have taken a look at it, which is meant for these kind of purposes. The plain WhatsApp, which we normally use as a consumer-based app, that is just meant for chatting and other things. Vignesh, is the demo for the free version? For now, we are just showing you the demo for the free version, and once this is done, Vijay will be showing you the demo for the the pro version as well, which is where you can you'll be showing you how to get all the collect the results or create groups from the management portal. Check once again with Vijay. So folks, while the time which Vijay joins, let's not waste our time. I'll start sharing my screen and we'll talk a little bit more about the other things which I wanted to show you. Right, so screen. I'm just going to bring up my PPT. So can you folks see my demo, or come sorry, see my PPT now? Is my screen visible? Just quickly put that in the chat. Yes, yes. All right, thank you. So he'll be joining in a few minutes. So once again, sorry about that. And so the demo piece which I will be covering once he's back. So there are a couple of other things which I wanted to talk about. So the Office 365 trust principles. I believe most of you folks might be aware about something which we call as defense in depth approach, right? I'd urge you all folks to go and take a look at our Office 365 Trust Center. It's publicly available information wherein you folks can go ahead and read about all the how we secure your information in the data centers, right? So what are the different encryption standards that we talk about, right? And what are the different certifications, right? Because being a cloud product, we have to be certified by FISMA, or there is a FIPA, I mean HIPAA. There is a lot which we have, right? So we have all those information publicly available, and I urge you folks to go ahead and start taking a look at this, right? And when it comes to encryption, right? So because whatever encryption methodologies which we are following for our other services, let's say it could be Exchange or Teams or SharePoint Online or OneDrive for Business, the same is applicable for Kaizala too. So we do follow data in transit. When I say data in transit, when when content is being moved across from one place to another place while the content is being moved, and then we have strong SSL and TLS connections also, and data center to data center encryption. Let's say for any given reason your data is being moved, let's say a particular data center has been on maintenance mode and we are moving your data across to a different data center, so things of all that sort also, we make sure that your data is encrypted. And while you say data at rest, when your data is stored somewhere, even at that specific point of time also, your we make sure that your data is encrypted, right? Vijay, are you back?
Yeah, Vignesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. So I'm gonna make you as the
Sorry,
presenter.
I'm really sorry. It's
No
like
problem.
some power
That happens.
power cut happened.
All right, so I'm gonna make you as the presenter once again. Make presenter. Yes.
Okay. Let me know. Are you able to see my
Sure.
screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So we were talking about creating the action cards. Okay, so this is the group that we have created. Okay, and when you go to this attachment icon, you can see these are the different actions that are available. Okay, for example, I can make an announcement to this group. I can just create a job. I can create a poll. Okay, and I can share my location. Those things are fine, but there are different action cards that are available over here. Okay, so for example, in case if I need to do an announcement, okay, I'll just click on the announcement action card. Okay, so the title. Okay, just I'll just provide title and description over here. So in case if you want to make any sort of announcement to your group, you can easily do it from here. And also you can add a yeah, image or documents, or you can add a thing voice. Okay, so you can do any of those things, and just you can send it so that it will be announced to this particular group. Okay. And once it is announced, you can see you have an option to like, and you can comment it also. Okay. And also these things can be disabled from the by the admin level also. In case if you don't want to have these features enabled, then you can definitely do it. Okay. At the group level as well as at the tenant level also. Okay. So yeah, so these are the things. And also in case if I want to create a poll, okay, so I can just enter the question for poll, and I can provide the choice. Okay. Uh, how many of you like Kaizala? Okay. Do you like Kaizala? Okay. Just okay. So if I give yes or no, something like this, and even you can add some images also over here. Okay, responses visible only to me, and if you want that to be enabled, yes, you can enable it here, or else by default, if it is off, then it means that it will be shown only to me. Okay, so by default, it is off. Okay, so we'll just create this quick poll. So you can see here again, people once people respond to this. Okay, I'll just give yes. I like it. You can see yes. Two people has to mention yes. Okay, and even I can like it here and command put the comment. And when I go to the quick poll over here, I can see how many people has responded. So there are totally three people in this group, and out of which two people has responded. How many people have responded yes? Two, and zero is no. Okay, yes is the top response. Okay, so like this, you can see the complete information. It is pretty much easy to create these kind of actions. Okay, and also you will get the analytics also reports if you are using uh, uh, Kaizala Pro. Okay, so which is available in the management portal. Okay, so like this, you can create multiple action cards. Okay, so job, quick polls. Okay, and even click on add more. So you can see a lot of things available here. Okay, and Microsoft keeps on updating it. Okay, let's meet. I just want to have a 1 minute here from here. You can add it from here. You can create survey. Okay, so even let's meet. Okay, so if I click on this action, particular action card, so you can just provide it. Okay, so when is that? Okay, so how much is the duration, place? It's like a kind of a meeting kind of thing, meeting invite that you can send it and just see how many people respond to it, and exactly the same thing that we saw for the poll, and even the surveys also. Okay, so you can create surveys and you can see the response to it. So like this, you can create the action cards, which makes your life more easy through the app itself. You don't need to get into laptop, or you need to log into your VPN or something like that. Just from here itself, from the mobile app itself, you can create multiple action cards and you can see the responses. Okay, so these are the default action cards that are available, but still, like as he mentioned, right, we can create custom action cards also. So yeah, you can share, and again you can share images from directly take your picture from the camera and share it. You can have can share some images from the gallery, can share the videos, contacts, document. Okay, so a lot of things that you can do it. You can share your location, you can request for the location, and a few more things are available as part of these actions. Okay, and also you can send a voice message from here. So these are the things that are available for as part of these action cards. Okay, and so just quickly, just open the Word document also. Yeah, action cards. So these are the few examples that I have shown you. Okay, going back, discover. When you click on discover, okay, you can see the Kaizala actions. So explore actions to help you in your day-to-day work, and you can add these things. Like there will be a lot of things. Whatever the tick mark is there, that those things will be shown to the groups and the chat window. Okay, so in case a few things will be displayed here, but it will not be shown over here. So in that case, you just need to add it so that it will be available in the chat windows. Okay, and Microsoft will be keep on updating this, so they will be keep on adding the new actions over here, which you can see it from here. And in case if you want add that to your chat, then you can come here and add it. Okay, so these are the Kaizala actions. Going back, okay, work groups. So join groups created by your organization or your partner organization. So these are like organization groups kind of thing where you can join. Okay, and also you have public groups. Okay, so when you go public groups, you can see a lot of things like that: APCM, Ask Apollo, Kaizala Demo, and Police Connect. Okay, so there are a lot of public groups available where you can join and get the information from them, and you can provide your feedback. Okay, and it's like a one-to-one kind of thing. Okay, like a one-to-one kind of things. Like you can provide the feedback, which will be you can connect with the admin and give the feedback over here. It's not like the other people will be able to see your whatever the feedback you have provided. Okay, and you can see the Microsoft news. I have already added it, so you will be getting the news from this. So you have a lot of public groups like that where you can just join or subscribe to it, and you will be getting a lot of news or announcements, something like that, and you can provide your feedback and do all those things. Okay, it's basically for the latest updates, news alerts, and special actions to be taken. Okay, so something like that. And also, like we have seen this already, nearby groups. In case if you want to connect to the nearby groups, you need to um, turn on your location so that you will be able to see the nearby groups and you will be able to connect it. Funds and games. So these are all again the actions, okay, action cards that are available, which you can add it to your chat and you can just play these games. Okay. So these are the things that are available as part of mobile thing. Okay, from the mobile you can see these things. Okay, so public groups, I just mentioned, members of the group can interact with the admin of the group on a one-to-one basis, but the interactions cannot be seen by other groups. And I have shown you a few public groups also. Okay, so these are the things as of now we have seen with respect to the mobile app. Okay, and the Kaizala web preview also we have seen export or delete data like this also we have seen in the mobile app itself. When you go to the your account settings, you have an option to delete your account or also you can download your things. Okay, and there is a feature called make payments, but currently, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Okay, so you can still, I'm not sure what is the reason behind that, but yeah, you will be able to make payments also. Vignesh, like you can just provide some inputs on this, like if you have any information about this making payments and stuff.
Sure, sure. We're talking about it. Yeah. Maybe later once you complete the demo, we'll talk about this.
Sure, yeah. Okay. So now, what we can do is we can get into Kaizala management portal. Okay, Kaizala management portal, and we can see what are the features available in that. And then later we can see Flow, Microsoft Flow, how you can integrate Microsoft Flow to automate the process with respect to Kaizala. Okay, so there are actions and triggers available, few actions and triggers available. We can have a quick demo on that, and also we have a office add-in also. Okay, I'll just show that example also. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll get into my Kaizala management portal, and again as Vignesh mentioned, this is for the Kaizala Pro only. Okay, so you should have the respective license for that. And in order to log into this, okay, you need a mobile number as well as mainly like you will be using your Office 365 subscription over here. Okay, so I am using my own tenant or my own Office 365 subscription where I have purchased the Kaizala Pro thing. Okay, so this is the home page, and you can see few screens over here. Your Kaizala groups, create a Kaizala group from your Office 365 group also. So if you are having a Office 365 groups created, you can create the groups from that also. Okay, so it will automatically add all the users and everything to it. Okay, so you can see here, and there are few quick links to it, and you have some videos also like to learn about Kaizala. Okay, first getting into these things, right? What we can do is we'll get into the settings, and this will be the settings will be managed by the administrator alone. Okay, so you can see here. So this is my registered number. This is my registered number. In case if I want to add few more, like I can add it. And the compliance, okay, compliance, if you see, if you want to back up and restore the things, okay, your data, complete organization related data, then you need to enable this one. Okay, so that what it does is it just automatically do the backup and restore, and it includes all the messages, attachments, and the actions to it. Okay, actually I have Pro, but I'm not sure when I enable it, I'm just getting some sort of error over here. Okay, just still we are looking into it. What is the main reason for that? Definitely, once we have some inputs on that, we can provide you more into it. Okay, so basically, in order to do the backup or restore of your organization data, group data, you will be coming to this one and you will be enabling it. Okay, only the administrator will have the access to it. Okay, so to this complete page, only the administrator will have the complete access to it. And also the next session is like about a tenant policy. Okay, so this is like these are the policies that are available at the tenant level. Okay, so for example, access, mandate Office 365 account sign in to access organization groups. So in case if you're creating organization groups, you can just make it as mandatory that you should use Office 365 account to sign in. Okay, and Intune and copy, share, forward invitation. So if you need to disable the copy of messages, sharing of messages, so if you do this, this is at the tenant level, so it will be applicable to all the organization groups that are created for under this complete tenant. Okay, so these are the policies that are available, which you can restrict at the tenant level. And also these policies apply at the group level also. In case if you want to disable copy functionality to a particular group, okay, organization group, not for the private thing, organization group. Okay, so you can still do it in going to the particular organization group and just editing the policy, and you can do this one. Okay, and Microsoft Kaizala for your organization, in order to enable or disable Kaizala for people in your organization, you have an option over here. You can either disable it or you can enable it. Only the administrator can do this one also. Okay, so these are the options that are available as part of settings. Again, like still there are many things are yet to come. Okay, this is at the initial stage. That's why like when the few options are available at this level. Okay, but so these are the options currently available for the administrator to manage at the organization level. Okay, now what we can do is we can get into groups. Okay, so these are the groups, organization groups that I have created. Okay, like a collab product managers, collaboration architects, developers, sales team, and vendors. Okay, so previously when the mobile app, right? So we were creating all the what you call the flat groups or something where you can interact with the people. Okay, so here we can create only from the management portal. Okay, what you can do is you can create an organization group. Okay, organization group in the sense like he was mentioning, right, Vignesh was mentioning, like we can create a hierarchy. Okay, so for example, like I have these things. Okay, collab product managers, collaboration architects, and collaboration developers. So in few cases that we need to send a message or send an announcement or do some actions at developers level alone. So what we can do is you can just get into collaboration developers group, and you can just put an announcement or do whatever you want to do. In some cases, I want to do an announcement up to architect level. So what I can do is like I can just go to collaboration architects and just add this particular developers groups to this one, which means that collaboration developers group will be a subgroup to this architects group. So again, like in that case, I can even what I can do is I can add collaboration architects to product managers group so that it will have a complete hierarchy. Okay, so in case if I want to send it to the complete collaboration team, so if I go to the product managers group and just to put an announcement, it goes to architects, it goes to developers also. Okay, so like that we can do it, create an hierarchy structure. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just go here, I'll show you how it works. So I'll show the complete hierarchy over here. Minute. Okay. So for example, if you see here, I have the collaboration product managers in which I have added a sales team. I have a group called sales team, and also I have added the architect group, collaboration architect group. Okay. In case if I want to post a message to all the complete team, if I just post it over it, it will come to everyone. Okay, so this is having two subgroups. One is collaboration architects, one is sales group. Under collaboration architects, I have one more subgroup. Okay, so if I click here, you can see here collaboration developers. So you can see the complete structure also. So collaboration product managers have two subgroups. One is collaboration architects and this one. And you can see this is having one more subgroup, which is this one. So in case if you want to create a hierarchy structure, which is very useful for your organization, you can come to the management portal and do it, and it will have all the policies applied for that group. Like you can create some policies to that particular groups also. Okay. So what we can do is I'll show you how to create, quickly show you how to create a group and how to add a subgroups to it. So for example, there are three things. One is create group, okay, which means that it will create an organization group, create a public group. So as we seen, like if you want to create a public group, you can create it from here, which will where people can subscribe to it. Okay, and if you want to create anything from the Office 365 group or distribution list, yes, I can do that. So as of now, I'll just create a simple group, organization group. And once I create it, you can see my number. Since I have a registered mobile number, my number is added over here. Okay, and in case I just adding one more person as a member, or I can as an admin also. So I can just provide by separated by semicolon, and then I can add multiple users like this. Okay, so I have added this people. So I have added one more person as a member. Okay, so like this, if I want to add very like one or two users, I can do it like that. There is a bulk thing also available. Okay, I will show you that one also. So now, if you see here, in case if I want to add subgroups, okay, how I will create a hierarchy. So under this webinar demo, I want to add one of the groups. Okay, so if you see here, I'm just going to add collaboration developers or sales team. I can add it. Okay, so I'll just add collaboration developers and group. Okay, so if I go here, so now we have created a webinar demo and I have added a group to it, which becomes an hierarchy now. So if I click here, so, so you can see webinar demo under which we have added the existing one of the groups, organization groups. Okay, you cannot add a private groups over here. Okay, because we cannot add a private groups here. That's why in case if you want to make, I have a private group which I'm using with a different vendors or different team, and in case I want to add that also, you made it to map it to organization group. Then only you will be able to see that groups here. Okay, so I'll show that one also. So I can see here private groups cannot be managed from the portal. Okay, only organization groups can be managed by the management portal, which means that in case I can, if I want to create groups, in case if I want to edit the policies, for example, for this product managers, in case I want to edit policy, I can do it. See here, access, Intune, okay, copy, share, forward, likes. So all these policies I can update it over here. Okay, but for the private groups I cannot do that one. Okay, so if I go to private, I will not be able to manage the private groups from here. Okay, I just need to do it from the mobile app alone. Okay, In case if I want, this is the private group that we have created from the mobile app. Okay, I just want to make this one a mark to organization. So what I can do is admin will be able to manage and view reports for the selected groups. Are you sure you want to continue? Okay. So what it means is, even if I'm not part of this group, being the administrator, even if I'm not part of the this particular group, I will be able to manage the group completely. Okay, if I'm the tenant admin, even I'm not a part of this private group, once it is mapped to organization, I will be able to manage this. I will be able to export the data, and also I will be able to see the reports to it and do whatever I want to do it. And I can also manage the policies, dissolve it, and do whatever I want to do it. Okay, so this is one way. In case if I want to create multiple groups and map it properly to the and multiple groups, and then create and map the subgroups to the groups, yes, it is possible. And in case if I want to add multiple users to a particular group or subgroup, that is also possible. Okay, so here if you see add users in bulk. Okay, so if I go here, this is exactly like how do you do in the other things also, Office 365 tenant level also. Okay, so here you have the CSV file template. Okay, I'll just download this template. Mm, okay, so you can see what are the things that are available. There's a group mapping. Okay, so here I need to give, okay, here I need to give the group name, country code, as I mentioned in the initial thing. Very important thing is phone number. Okay, so without that we cannot register a user. Okay, so here you will be giving the group name, for example, main group one. Okay, country code something and phone number, user type is a member or admin. Same way I can create main group two. Okay, and then sub main group one. Okay, so like this, like this I can create a multiple groups over here, and also see if the group already exists, then the user will be added to that particular group. If the group doesn't exist, then what will happen is it will just create a new group. So group name can be an existing group. If the group is not found in an existing group, then a new group is added automatically. Okay, so like this you can create multiple groups, as well as you can create you can add users, bulk import is possible. Okay, so once you have this template ready, then you can come here and you can import the file, so that on the groups and the users will be automatically created or added to it, registered to it. Okay, so I'm not going to upload anything. Okay, so you have the templates ready and you can do it. Okay, done. Also add users to group, add subgroups to group also, there is an option available. And same thing, like you can download a CSV file template and you can add the subgroups also to the group. Okay, so this is completely, you can just using the Excel file, you can import it, so that for your complete organization you can create all the groups and you can add all the users to it. Okay, and then you can view the history also. And as of now I have not uploaded any file till now, so there is no history over here. But yeah, you can see the history, and you can also export it, the complete group information also you can export it over from here. And if you go to individual group, okay, so here also invite via link, export users. Okay, and you can choose columns. Okay, job title. Okay, so before that, in case we want to create columns also, then there is the option available. I think that will be there in the directory. So these are the things available. So you can create groups, you can add users in bulk, and you can create groups also in bulk. You can export the information, you can export the users, all these things from the particular group or these groups. And you have organization as well as the private. So organization can be managed by the administrator, whereas private, you will not be able to manage anything from the portal itself. You need to go to the app, and only the administrator will have access to do that. Respective group administrator will have access to do that. And going to the next one, directory. Okay, so I can see all the registered mobile numbers, and again I can add import the users, and I can use CSV import is to import users. Again, there is a template available. If I need to import the multiple users in bulk, I can do it from here. Okay, and export users, I can do the export the users also, which will generate the CSV file, and I can manage the columns. As of now, if you see, I have phone number, Kaizala status, job title, department, and office name. So in case if I want to add few more columns to it, yes, I can add few more attributes to it. So these are the surname, city, state, country, postal code, fax. In case if I want to add new one also, I will be able to add it. In case if I want to delete any of the users, I can just click on the user, and you can see I have a delete option here. I can also see the group names from where which groups this particular person belongs to. Okay, and if I want to delete, I can definitely delete it. Okay, so these are the options that are available as part of directory. And there is one more thing. I'll just give you the information, but still, one minute. I missed that. Actually, there is one more option. You can sync the Active Directory users also. For example, you have this Office 365 subscription where it will be where it will be mapped to Active Directory, right? I can even just import all the users from my Active Directory to this one, but I'm not sure. I'm not able to see that option. Generally, the option will be available here. Okay, and one main important thing is in the Active Directory, it should be having the proper mobile number. Okay, then only those users will be imported here. Okay, so like again at the end, Vignesh can put some provide some more information regarding that one. But yeah, so the option should be available here, and you will be able to import the users from Active Directory if and they should have the proper mobile numbers to it. Okay, then only you will be able to map it properly and import it. Okay, and coming to analytics part. So these are few things which will be available for the organization things alone, like usage trends. Okay, I'm not sure whether I will be able to see the complete details. Morning I checked it, but I was not able to see few things. I'm not sure how much time would it take to generate the reports here. Okay, so this is for the complete usage and trends of message sent by type. You can select the organization group, chat time. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much time would it take to show the report over here. Okay, need to check that one. Okay, but it will be for the organization groups. You will be able to see all the groups, and you will have a lot of information. And this is generated using Power BI. Okay, similarly, like you have detailed survey reports. So I'll just show you this one. Okay, so detailed survey reports. So group I will select. Okay, so morning I've created some surveys in the sales team. Parent group of sent surveys is not required. Fine, select the survey. So this is the survey I created today morning. Okay, okay. So you can see this one. Okay. So basically there are these are the results. These are the responses. There are three responses, and the response was whatever is there. You can see like a kind of good, great, awesome, and everything. Date range. Okay. You can export this data. Okay. And yeah. So location is also. I think location also mentioned. So like this, if you want to get the survey export, you can come here, see the detailed information report about the surveys, and you can get it. Okay, it's basically for the organization groups, and whatever surveys created for it, you can see it from here. So it's still loading actually. So you can see report over here. Okay. So like this, you have multiple things, polls. Let's see if I've created any polls. So where do we go for project party? So it is loading the results again. So you can see, okay, so Big Brewski is three people have responded, and Slack one guy has responded, and the exact data table, total responses. So you can get the complete export of this information. Okay. And these things can be seen only from the management portal and by the administrator. Okay, so like that for each action cards, you have all the details, and also for the you can export the chat history, export the tenant data. Yeah. So being the tenant administrator, in case if you want to export your organization data, which means that the groups which are organization groups, if you want to export the complete data, tenant data, you can come here and you can export that completely. Okay, so still, I think I've started it morning. I think it's still running actually. Okay, so you can see the export history, and once it is exported, you will have the sheets available, which you can export it and get all the information. This is for the complete tenant level. Okay, tenant data. Please note that it takes some time, I think. So it is still running actually. The job is still running. Okay, so like this, the part of Kaizala Pro, you have lot of other additional things like this, analytics, okay, organization groups, okay, and a lot of us, you can do the setting, group policies, okay, you can do a lot of stuffs like this. Okay. So as a next step, right, like I will show a quick demo on Flow as well as this thing. Okay, what is that? Add in also. Okay. So if you go here, I have just already created one flow. So there are a lot of actions and triggers available. Okay, so mainly Microsoft Flow is used to automate your process, okay, business process or any of your things, right? So here, if you see, there are a lot of actions and triggers available as part of a Kaizala connector. Okay, so here I have created a sample. Like what I'm going to do is like whenever in a group, okay, like Kaizala group, if any person has been added, okay, any new person has been added, I'm going to send a welcome message kind of thing. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so for that, we can just automate that using Microsoft Flow itself. Okay, so I think 1 minute, I've already done that. Before getting into the flow, I'll show you the result of that. Okay. System removed Kuto from group, which means that I have deleted a user from the directory, right? So what it happens is the user has been removed from all the organization groups. Okay, so that's what it has been happened here. Okay, so what we are going to do here is I have just added Kirti SPS to this group. Okay, so what it happens is it just sends a welcome message. Welcome the member name to the team sent by MS Flow. This is just an example. Okay, so there are like a lot of things that you can automate. For example, if you want to do an announcement, okay, which should be going to multiple groups. You have lot of groups, okay, and different groups for each region. You are having a multiple groups, and you want to send an announcement to all the groups, okay. So in that case, how I can automate, instead of sending it manually, how I can automate? What I can do is I can just create a simple SharePoint list, okay, where I can put the announcement title and description to it, and there I can just provide a drop down to select a group, organization group. Okay, so based on which, once that item has been submitted or created, item has been created in the SharePoint, I can create a flow which will just post that announcements to all the mentioned groups. Okay, so like that, I'm just giving you a sample like how you can make use of flow to do these automations. Okay, so I have just created this particular flow. Okay, so when a member is added to your group, okay, so this is the trigger. Okay, so I've just selected the group name, sales team. What I need to do is the action is send text message to your group. So which group again? Sales team. Welcome. Member name. This is the dynamic content which comes based on this particular trigger to the team sent by MS Flow. Okay. So whenever a new member has been added, automatically a welcome message pops up. Okay. With the help of this Microsoft Flow. Okay. So here, if you see, I just quickly show you what are the actions or triggers available as part of Kaizala connector. So you can see there are a lot. So these are the triggers that are available. You have quite number of triggers here, like yeah, existing group registers. So these are the triggers that are available as part of Kaizala connector. Okay. And when I go to actions, so these are the actions available as part of Kaizala. I can reply, send an action on a group, okay, create a subgroup, remove user from a group. So, like based on some situation or say criteria, you can, if you need to automate it, you can definitely automate it using Microsoft Flow. So this is a simple example using Flow, and I just gave you a scenario, real-time scenario where it will be really helpful. Okay. And I've just showed you all the triggers and actions. Similarly, like we can even use it as an Office add-in. Okay, so for example, you can see here, I've just opened an Excel sheet. Okay, and I have already added this Microsoft Kaizala Office add-in. So you can see I can go to the add-ins. I've just added this Microsoft Kaizala add-in. Okay, so from here I can just create a survey and then see. I'll show you. I can just create a simple survey or anything like survey, and I can share it to a group on the Kaizala. Okay, so I'll just quickly show it. Here you will have an help also. Just they have shown you what exactly has to be done. So for example, what I will do, I'll just create just two columns around. Okay. So I'll just add it here. How useful did you find today's webinar? Okay, so this is the one question, and how effective was the trainer? Okay, so these are the two questions. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select these just to this table alone. Okay, this cells alone. Okay, and then I'll go to insert tab and I'll click on table. Okay, so I'm just going to my table as headers. Yeah, of course, these two are my headers. So I'll just select my table as headers and click OK. Okay, now I will share this particular thing, share on Kaizala. Okay, to which group I need to, what should be the survey title? Okay, webinar demo survey. And I will go here. I will just to put it on webinar demo group. Okay, and I'll publish it. Okay, now it got published to the webinar demo survey. Okay, if I go to the mobile app, So this is the group, webinar demo group, and you can see the survey has come here. Open Excel form, awaiting responses. So see how easy it is. Like in case if you want to create some surveys like this, you can just create it from here and just you can just publish it so that you can respond to it from the mobile itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to respond this one. How useful. Good. Okay, and I'm just going to submit it. Okay, now this has been one of three people responded it. Data already sent to Excel sheet. Okay, so this is the survey, webinar demo survey. When I click on refresh, you can see, you can see here. So this is an add-in which is available as part of Microsoft Excel. Okay, where it just you can create a survey and get the data automatically here. Okay, so this is one just an example I'm showing. So you can just refresh the survey and you can get the information. So like this, you can create a number of things over here from Excel sheet itself and just share it on the Kaizala app. Okay, so this is the Office add-in, Microsoft Flow Actions. Okay, backup and restore we have seen, settings, enable or disable Kaizala Pro, okay, groups. Okay. So this is just an example like yeah, analytics we have seen syncing users from to Kaizala using AD Connect. Yeah, unable to see that option in my tenant. Okay, and this is just a screenshot or image of how the hierarchy group works. Okay, so that already we have seen the example also, and information flow in a Kaizala public group. So this is just a public group how the interaction happens here. Okay, so these are just information for you. Okay, so yeah, Vignesh, so do you
Yes.
want to add anything
Just a
else
couple of
to it?
more slides here. We are almost running out of time. Just a couple of things which I just want to show, and then we should be good to stop. Okay, so I'm just
Yeah.
sharing my screen. Okay, folks, I believe you can see my screen now. Just quickly put that on the chat. Just wanted to show you a couple of things which might be worthwhile. Yes, folks, can you see the screen now? So Vijay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, sure. So yes, so when it comes to identity and access management is key for any Office 365 service, and just not Office 365, for any application out there, right? So as Vijay was talking about, yes, so when you're creating Kaizala, it creates a specific directory, and you can also import your users from your Azure Active Directory also, so that their profile information also flows in, right? Their name, the mobile number, the designation, the location, everything flows in along here also, right? So and all those things can be managed from the portal which I just showed you. And role-based access control, the tenant admin and group admin, you have two roles. One is the tenant admin who has complete control over everything, and then you have a group admin role, wherein this person is specific only to that specific group which he or she has been added as an administrator. Right, and then you have application level security for managing Kaizala entities such as reports, action, connectors, etc. So even those kind of granular level controls also can be given here. Okay, and so mobile application management, yes. So being a product of Office 365, being a product of Microsoft, so you can manage this using Intune also. I believe most of you might know the product Intune, which is part of our EMS queue, right? So it is mainly used for your mobile device management as well as mobile application management, and also for PC management. So from the context of mobile application management today, using Intune you can manage Kaizala also. So you could do cool things such as, let's say, a user cannot copy a content which has been shared on Kaizala. He cannot copy that and put it on WhatsApp, or he cannot copy that content and put it on on a Gmail, right? So those kind of controls can be done. You can secure your content, and also we have a lot of information protection policies which is there around using AIP. There is a lot that you could do. So whatever is applicable for all the Office 365 apps out there, such as for your SharePoint, your OneDrive, Flow, wherein those can be managed using Intune, the same is applicable for Kaizala also. So So be aware. So if you have rolled out Kaizala for your organization and you also have Intune, which is acting as the as the EMS piece there, so please try to take advantage of Intune for managing Kaizala application also. Now, built-in Kaizala group policies. I don't need to talk more about this because Vijay has clearly covered this in his demo, right? So we have built-in group policies also, which comes along with the product, wherein you can just go ahead and choose the one which is appropriate for the ask, right? So if that is a group with where high confidential information is being discussed or which has top executives in it, and you want to make sure that the content which is being discussed there is very secure, it shouldn't get into the wrong hands. So you have things of that sort. And the best part about Kaizala, well, Vijay was showing in his demo, is deleting a user, right? So most of the time when I talk to customers, what happens is, let's say a given person leaves the organization, right? And organizations have a lot of WhatsApp groups, right? So there will be WhatsApp groups wherein you keep talking. There will be WhatsApp groups wherein you talk about business related, wherein you WhatsApp group wherein you have it for a specific team where you talk about fund related work. Now what happens is, of course, when you're leaving your organization, your Active Directory account is disabled and it flows to your Azure AD. You get disabled there and you lose access to all the Office 365 services. But sometimes people just forget to remove you from the WhatsApp group also, and still the conversation keeps going on, and you would still have access to some confidential information which is being discussed there, even though you have left that employer. Now, those have been some scenarios, and if you remember in the beginning of my session, I was talking about the disadvantages of using a consumer-based app, right? So here, if you're removing a user from Kaizala, if you're removing a user, deleter, right, that person will be by default, he'll be removed from all the organization groups. As I said, it is only organization groups only. So private groups, it is the job of the admin to go ahead and remove it, right? Only from the organizational groups it can be removed. So advanced application management with Intune. So these are the Intune capabilities. And as of today, using Intune, all the ones which has been listed before is possible for other Microsoft applications, and it is possible for Microsoft Kaizala also. So Intune can be the security layer. Using MAM policies, you can restrict content being shared to unauthorized applications. So Kaizala programmability and extensibility. So Vijay was talking about the flow connector piece and as well as the Excel add-in. And let's say you want to build your own custom action card, right? Say in some organizations, they have their own line of business application for attendance, right? So they would have developed their own portal or their own application, which might be running in your own servers that you have built for marking attendance. And if you want to bring in that experience as an action card into Kaizala so that people who are on the go can use the mobile app, bring up that action card and mark their attendance. That's also possible. We have a lot of APIs, extensions which is available there, and this is gonna improve as we move further in the coming days, right? So please take a look at it. If at all you want to empower your mobile workforce, right, and give them all these kind of action cards, I'd urge you folks to definitely take a look at it. And we have a dedicated session later 2 weeks from now, which I will be completely focusing on the extension piece and the programmability piece in Kaizala. So please do watch out for that as well. So build in custom solutions, as I said, so bringing in your own line of business app into Kaizala. So there was a lot of questions about Kaizala licensing model. So guys, please take a look at this slide, take a moment and try to understand the licensing options here. So Kaizala free, as I said, it is a free version, right? So anybody can go ahead and download it for themselves and use it. It's available in iOS and Android App Store also. And when it comes to Pro, these are the licensing SKUs with which you get Kaizala as a product. It's bundled along with the SKU itself. So you don't need to go ahead and purchase it separately. So starting from Office 365, F1 has it, E1, E3, E5, and even Pro Plus, right? So if you're a customer who has just bought Office 365 Pro Plus, be mindful that you have access to Kaizala also, right? And we also have that not just for enterprise customers, also for education customers also, and also for business customers also. If you're a small scale business and you have a business plan for you, you have Kaizala covered in that as well, and those are the licensing SKUs. And for education, right, as I said, as a product such as Kaizala cannot just be meant for enterprise or business users, and even for students or people or for college kids, so they can take advantage of the education SKU as well. So as I said, Kaizala, it's free. when you can download it for yourself. And this is what you would get towards my left hand side. Those are the capabilities that you would get on the free version, and towards my right hand side, that's the Kaizala Pro, and those are the capabilities that you would get in the Kaizala Pro. If you want to purchase this as a standalone product, the pricing detail has been given there, so you can talk to Microsoft and get that done. So later when I'm sharing this slide, you guys can go and get some insights about all these details, right? So Kaizala Pro capabilities, that's been a detailed thing which I'm just giving here. So later just go into this. So maybe whatever you're interested on, you can take a look at it. And if there is some specific thing which you want to be covered in Pro, and if you have any doubts on whether your licensing takes care of it, you can just take a look at that information as well here. So summary of Kaizala functionality, the free basic, then the pro, and those are the functionalities. Towards the right hand side, you have the functionalities that require software development efforts, such as building in your own custom cards, custom reports, integration with department applications, which I mentioned as LOB applications, right? So maybe later when the slide is given to you, you can take a look for yourself. So start your Kaizala journey. As I said, now that you guys have understood what this product is all about and how it could empower your workforce and as well as you as an individual, right? So start trying to download this tool, start trying to play around with it, right? See how this could, and talk to your friends about it. Maybe you can just create groups, and that's how the communication begins, right? So that's how any app has become famous today, and Kaizala is no different from that, right? So start using it and see how this can. And if you're an organization who has a lot of first line workers, maybe you can talk to your IT about rolling out this product so that they can see the benefit from it. These are some useful references. If you're interested in this product, maybe you can go here and read all the details. So most of the contents that we have discussed today is covered from these Microsoft articles. So later you can just take this as a reference. And finally here it's sort of a view which about all the core capabilities of Kaizala, just a small image which talks about everything, all the action cards that we have. So just wanted to show that. So, and thank you so much folks. So it was been more than 90 minutes, and thank you so much for being so patient and trying to understand the capabilities of Kaizala. So now it's the time for Q&A, just in case you have any questions. Thank you so much, first of all for the patience, and now you're free to unmute yourself and ask questions if you have any. Yes, any questions folks? If no further questions, I'm just gonna close the session. And just in case you have some follow-up questions as you start playing around with the product, and if you want to, get that clarified, please feel free to ping me, and I'll try to answer your questions. And if not, you can also talk to Vijay, and he can, definitely get you the answers that you're looking for. Thank you so much once again for joining us on a Sunday evening, and you guys have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.